Migration is really just the relationship between power and movement. And oftentimes, those who have the power control the movement of not only their own families, but also other groups of people. Wells in our book says our world in the first decades of the new millennium is a world in motion. And to a large extent, that goes beyond just our decades and our millennium and spans the course of human history. With my own migration story, both of my parents have ancestry that both moved internally within the United States and externally coming over from other lands. My mother is the daughter of a Dutch immigrant and a Seneca father. And even with my native roots and my Seneca grandfather, he was forced, historically, his ancestors were forced to move from New York, where my tribe is originally from, due to the Indian Relocation Act. And there's intersectionality. My Dutch grandmother, her family was forced to move out of Europe due to the hostile climate leading up to World War II. And so they escaped to the United States. And because the Dutch language sounds so close to German, they're forced to assimilate and no longer speak Dutch. With the similar aspect of cultural assimilation, my ancestors on my dad's side are descendants of slavery survivors. And so when you look at push-pull theory, you can see that my grandmother's family on my mom's side, my Dutch ancestry, they had a choice, really, and they had the power in order to move themselves out of their homeland and into the United States, whereas my black ancestry is the product of slavery, where they're forcibly removed from Africa and put in chains. And although a lot of connections can't be made there, if you look at it, you really bridge the concept that power is tied to movement. And so now I have free movement. I've been in Denver my entire life, and it's interesting to see that the different migrations of my ancestors have allowed for me to not only choose more of my own destiny, but to cultivate my own power and, in a way, push to get into the University of Denver and strive for success, not only for myself, but for my generations to come.